In the far northern reaches of the land, beyond the last stone villages and the fading sound of human voices, there stretched an ancient forest. Its trees were older than memory, their roots twisting deep into the earth like veins of forgotten time. Fog clung to the ground like a living thing, and the wind whispered secrets that no one dared to answer. This forest had a name spoken only in murmurs. It was called the Forest of No Return. At the heart of this forest lived a ghoul. She was known by many names. Some called her the Shadow Eater. Others whispered the Bone Witch. To most, she was simply the ghoul. Children were warned that if they wandered too far, she would find them. Travelers believed that if they heard footsteps behind them at night, it was her breath drawing closer. Yet no one truly knew her. The ghoul lived alone in a crooked stone dwelling, wrapped in vines and darkness. Her form was tall and bent, her skin pale as moonlight filtered through dead leaves. Her eyes burned with a dull, amber glow, not from fire, but from something older, something tired. She did not hunt for pleasure. She did not harm without reason. But she was cruel. Her words cut deeper than claws. Her presence alone filled hearts with fear. Long ago, she had learned that fear gave her power, and power gave her safety. And so, she wore cruelty like armor. For centuries, she believed this was her nature. The nearby villages lived in constant dread. Parents locked their doors before nightfall. Elders told stories to keep the young obedient. Do not lie, they warned, or the ghoul will hear you. Do not wander, they said, or the ghoul will take you. And so, the ghoul became a legend shaped by fear. What the villagers did not know was that every scream echoed in her mind. Every whispered prayer against her name weighed heavily on her heart, though she pretended not to care. She told herself she deserved their fear. It was easier than asking why it hurt. One night, when the moon hung low and red in the sky, something changed. The ghoul was wandering deeper into the forest than usual when she noticed a faint glow between the trees. It was not the glow of fire or magic she recognized. It was steady, calm, and silent. Curiosity and emotion she had long buried pulled her forward. There, half buried beneath fallen leaves and moss, stood a tall mirror framed in silver and obsidian. Strange symbols were carved into its edges, worn smooth by time. Despite its age, the glass was flawless. The mirror hummed softly, as though it were breathing. The ghoul hesitated. Mirrors were dangerous things. They revealed what one avoided. Still, she stepped closer. When she stood before the mirror, she expected to see what she always had. Her twisted form, her hollow eyes, the monster the world believed her to be. But the glass showed something else. She saw children crying in the dark. She saw travelers trembling at her shadow. She saw herself laughing not with joy, but with bitterness. She staggered back. This is a trick, she growled. The mirror did not respond. Slowly, she leaned forward again. This time, she saw moments long forgotten. A younger version of herself. A time before the forest. Before the fear. Before the loneliness. Her hands shook. Images flooded her mind. She remembered warmth, laughter, a small home near a river. She remembered being kind. She remembered choosing cruelty only after kindness had failed her. The ghoul screamed and struck the mirror. It did not crack. Instead, the glow dimmed, as if waiting for her to understand. Is this truly me? She whispered. The forest fell silent. For the first time in centuries, the ghoul felt shame. Not because of how she looked, but because of who she had become. That night, the ghoul did not sleep. At dawn, she made a decision. She would test the mirror. If it truly showed truth, then perhaps truth could be changed. Later that day, she heard soft crying near the forest edge. A child small, frightened and lost. Instinct urged her to scare him away. Instead, she knelt. Her voice, unused to gentleness, trembled. You are safe, she said. The child stopped crying. She guided him back to the village and vanished before anyone could see her. That night, she returned to the mirror. Her reflection had changed. Only slightly, but enough. The next night, She encountered a traveler collapsed on the road, weak from hunger and fear. She shared her fire. She shared her food. She spoke no harsh words. When she looked into the mirror again, the glow brightened. The darkness within her eyes faded. Night after night, the ghoul chose kindness. Not all were grateful. Some still feared her. Some ran. But the mirror never lied. Each act of compassion softened her reflection, until one night, the mirror spoke. Not with words, but with understanding. The ghoul finally understood. The mirror did not reveal monsters. It revealed choices. It showed not what one was, but what one allowed themselves to become. The forest began to change. The fog lifted. The trees grew brighter. Animals no longer fled at her presence. The ghoul herself stood taller, her form less bent by hatred. She was still a ghoul, but she was no longer a monster. Stories spread, not of fear, but of a guardian in the forest. A shadow that protected rather than consumed. The villagers did not call her Ghoul anymore. They called her the Watcher. One last Chimi, she stood before the mirror. She saw scars. She saw strength. She saw truth. She smiled. The mirror dimmed and vanished, its purpose fulfilled. The forest of no return became a place of passage, and the ghoul learned the greatest truth of all. The most powerful mirror is not made of glass. It is the courage to face oneself. Truth does not destroy us. It gives us the chance to change.